Hi and welcome to this video on culture and how it may help us when working with diverse communities. Okay, so today we are joined by Layla Lawton, Sharon Fraser and Sandy Cole. Layla, tell us, what is culture?
Saika, that's such a good question. What is culture? It can be defined in multiple ways. It's culture is the characteristics of a particular group. It encompasses faith. It encompasses cuisine, music, the arts, social habits. We can belong to a number of different cultural groups. Fundamentally, culture can really shape and inform our beliefs and our values. It can influence what we give our time to. There's also certain customs and norms that may be inherent in different cultural groups. We can consider Eastern culture, European culture, African culture. We can look at culture from the perspective of music, as I said, and also the arts. You know, quite frankly, I'm always so excited about culture and its wide and many-ranging forms.
Sharon, please tell us a little bit more about Time to Talk Black and why is it important for us to learn about diverse cultures?
Generally speaking, learning about diverse cultures stands to reap much greater benefit than learning about similar cultures. Learning about difference lays the ground for discussion, mental growth, creativity and transformation. Many people will argue that the culture and context of the client doesn't matter. However, I'd say that if there's opportunity to find out, why wouldn't you? You're trying to get closer to a client's inner world. It can only benefit to know some fundamentals about their cultural world. Understanding diverse cultures helps remind us that our lens is not the only one. As therapists, I think we'll recognise that learning about others so often helps us to understand ourselves.
Sandy, thank you for joining us. Can you share a little bit more about Sikh Forgiveness?
Sikh Forgiveness is a mental health and wellbeing organisation. We aspire to break down the language barriers and tackle the stigmas surrounding mental health. And we have created safe spaces, workshops, positive wellbeing groups, as well as men's groups, whilst providing support to university students across the UK.
And Sandy, from a community perspective, why do you think it's important for organisations to work with diverse communities?
Working in diverse communities builds your confidence from a practical and visual learning framework. You can read a community's body language, communication skills, but also the support skills that they are providing to one another, which gives you the ability to understand where someone is coming from, where their struggle is, how they are struggling amongst a community. This gives individuals that additional productivity to want to research about a particular community or be creative with an individual who is struggling with a cultural issue.
Thank you to Layla, Sharon and Sandy for taking the time out to help develop this video. I think it's important for the rest of us to think about how learning about diverse communities and cultures can actually enrich our professional lives, but also our personal lives. And there's a lot of learning, I guess, to be taken from learning about communities. But there's different ways in which we can do this, as we found out in the video. And I hope it will encourage us to think a little bit more broadly beyond our sort of clinical skills, to think about actually, although our clinical skills are important, that we need to ensure that we can use them with all communities. And how do we make our work culturally sensitive is to learn about those communities and bring it into the therapy room if the person wants to do that. So thank you very much for watching this video and we look forward to meeting you at the next one.